Well, thank you, Tony. It's great to be with you. Appreciate you having me.
All right, so let's talk about what it means that the NEA has a federal charter, the only one. Why and what does that mean?
Well, they got this charter in 1906, so almost 120 years ago. The federal government actually would offer these charters, if you will, going all the way back to 1791. And I think in its history, the banking was the first one to receive it. But this was done in 1906 as a way of saying that they were going to support teachers and support education in this country. And I think that for all of these years, they have lived with this stamp of approval. That's really what it is. It's a stamp of approval from the United States Congress on an organization, giving them this charter for the purpose that they have. But I think everyone would recognize that the NEA has just gone off the rails, and they have certainly not lived up to what that charter was meant to be. And I think that the United States Congress, this 119th Congress, looks at this, and we have an opportunity to strip them of this charter and basically remove Congress's seal of approval and hold them accountable for the actions that they've done. I mean, the idea behind the charter was to elevate the character and advance the interest of the profession of teaching. And I'm actually sharing that quote. The truth is, it no longer fulfills that mission.
Well, it's been years since they've actually introduced a resolution at their annual convention dealing with education. It's all about political issues, and if you look at the open sources, I think it's somewhere north of 90%, maybe 98% of their contributions go to Democratic candidates.
That's exactly right. It is a leftist, activist, political action crowd that is simply funding the left-wing woke agenda. And it's time for them to be called out. You know, it's important for folks to understand this action doesn't dissolve the NEA. I guess any group has a right to do what it is that they do, but it certainly is an opportunity for the United States Congress to say that the seal of approval that was placed upon this group in 1906 is going to be removed because of the very things that you have mentioned. I think the one thing that kind of got my attention was when I read a statement in their 2019 convention, just about 6 years ago. They had an opportunity as an order of business to basically pass action that said that they were going to be focused again on the well-being of the students and on their education. And that was actually voted down in their convention. And instead, what do we see today? They vote to label President Trump's policies as fascism. They've argued against taking pornographic LGBT books out of their school libraries. They severed ties with the American Defamation League, which is dedicated to fighting anti-Semitism. So every leftist agenda item you could think of, they have adopted, and that's what they do.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Everybody has a right to have free speech out there, but they don't have to have a playing field that's not level. I mean, they have the benefit of having this seal of approval from the federal government. And I also think, I'm not certain about this, but I think I've read where that charter also provides some tax benefits like property tax for some of the properties that they own around the country.
Well, I'm not for sure and can't speak to that with great knowledge. But again, the point being that this is an opportunity for us to recognize that here is a group that has gone off the rails, and they've got to be called into account. And this is something that Congress can do. And really, they're the only federal labor union with this charter. And it's important to, again, as you mentioned, level the playing field and strip them of this. And I'm excited about the opportunity, and we've gotten great response from around the country today as this news is getting out. And hopefully we're going to see some action taken by this
20 seconds left, Mark. How can our listeners and viewers help?
Well, the important thing they can do is call their congressman or congresswoman, ask them to co-sponsor this. I've had a great response today of co-sponsors. So check this out and help spread the word.
We'll do that. Congressman Mark Harris of North Carolina.